the sophomore episode of Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Picks. We are back, baby.
Smoking hot picks.
Smoking hot picks, the power of adjectives. I am not Phil Baker, unfortunately. The fabulous one is off doing the deeds and trying to get us our sports betting sponsorship, I believe.
Yeah, there is no try, as you know.
No, that's right.
Do or do not, and he is working feverishly. Phil is looking to get this done for our sports betting sponsor, which
Absolutely.
It looks like it's going to be
a beautiful stuff there.
They take care of the people in Kentucky, too.
They do. And you know what?
Circling this group back around.
Andy Bashir got it done. You're welcome, Justin.
The libs. We're all happy for the libs out there.
Up, baby.
We're filming this on a Saturday, and we've got a couple big games today, Nick.
No, this is honestly the biggest weekend of college football in the Commonwealth. You have U of L football hosting Notre Dame. You have UK football going to Georgia on the road. Both teams are ranked, and full disclosure, we are filming this before both the games kick off.
Yeah, so what we're going to say, it's going to be after you already know the results. By the time this video comes out, you know the results.
Right, absolutely. So the question I wanted
see
to bring
who
you
is
guys.
Nostradamus here. Well, we're not going over the lines, but if we did, it would probably be from our sports betting sponsor.
Absolutely. Love those guys.
Good job, Justin.
Absolutely. But all right. So what I wanted to ask you guys was a little bit more of a macro view of it. Who's got more at stake here in terms of their legacy, in terms of what can happen later on in the season, the Cards or the Cats? Sure, I would say the Cats have the more daunting task. They're on the road. They're playing the higher ranked team. But if Louisville wins this game, they're really in the driver's seat. The Cats have a program defining win, but they still have the rest of the SEC schedule to get through. The Cards will have Miami on the road. They will have Duke, but winning this team will skyrocket them in the rankings.
I think you got, if Kentucky's able to knock off Georgia at Georgia, the two-time national champions, that is a lifetime defining win for Stoops, for the program. Huge game for U of L at home against a one-loss Notre Dame team, but you're going to beat Georgia at Georgia. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's there's not a question that if you're comparing which victory is more monumental, it's the University of Kentucky.
I see that point, but I also feel like as impressive as that would be, I mean, I know when
it's enough. To me, that's enough.
I see. Here's where I feel you. I feel that you're leaning toward it's on Louisville.
Yeah.
It feels like it's the moment for Louisville. That is the thing. It's year zero for Jeff Brom. Right now, this is a give me year, so you can get whatever you can out of it. I do understand though, like you don't really know the year in year out. You don't know the pieces you're going to have for U of L. You can anybody though because of the transfer portal and everything that goes along with that. Problem is, it's been a decade in for Mark Stoops.
Right.
It's time to capitalize if you're Mark Stoops. It's time to have that. I don't want to say career-defining win, but somewhat of a big-time resume win for Mark Stoops and prove you're not just 7-5 Mark Stoops. You're a guy who's going to lead Kentucky into this next, not stratosphere.
No,
this
upper
next
echelon
level
of college football.
Yeah,
that's
this next
fair.
level of being a serious SEC football program.
And truth be told, I mean, Louisville hasn't reached that level either. The closest they came was they were one first down away at Clemson. I mean, truth be told. So I understand what you're saying, that this would be something that, the other thing is, next year you have the college football playoff expansion.
Yeah.
So suddenly everything seems more possible. Mm-hmm. And when you're able to knock off a top team on the road, suddenly it's like, oh, absolutely, there's a chance we can get in that top 12. We will be ranked probably in the top 12 after if
all
they
that
get that
stuff
win.
is you're spot on, and it's a huge game for. Take a bite, enjoy yourself.
I can't help it.
It's a huge game. The town is bonkers. You have a chance to knock off Notre Dame at home, but if you're going to go into Athens and between the hedges beat the national champions 2 times over at their place and you're 15-point dogs, it's not even a debate. And it's not a knock on U of L football at all.
I think you just have to look at the whole picture. To me, at this point, when it comes to Jeff Brom, it's his first year at Louisville. He's got plenty of time. He's got plenty of time to build this program and to compete at the highest level if he can get him there. Mark Stoops, though, look at the SEC right now. Compared to the SEC in the past, they are a little bit downtrodden. This is your time to capitalize on. Even Georgia #1. Do they look like the #1 team in the nation? To me, I don't think so. I think they look like a really good team, but they don't look like they're unbeatable by any means.
Having said all that, I think it's going to be Georgia's going to lay the wood to the University of Kentucky tonight. 37-10 is my prediction for that game.
Again, you can splice in the actual score and make us sound like geniuses.
Yeah, it can make it sound.
I'm just saying,
I can.
Justin, we have the technology.
I could do
crumbs
that.
all over you. That's great.
Dude, the
all right, what we got
sandwich is
next,
killer.
Nick?
All right. Well, this is almost like I got like a lightsaber in my hand. I know we're all nerds here.
Well played.
And there's a difference between geek and nerd. A geek actually gets paid. A nerd just knows cool party facts. That's at least my thoughts on it.
Interesting.
I binged Ahsoka.
Yeah.
In one
You
day.
actually did. It was one day.
It was one day. I watched it until
We
midnight.
got 113 texts from you throughout the day.
We did.
I was firing off takes.
Save it for the show.
The bourbon wasn't flowing. I kind of went in with negative energy because I'd heard that the Force was not strong with this show at all. So I kind of went in hating. I don't know if it was the bourbon. I don't know what.
Justin, will you be able to edit out some of all the crumbs on the hand and the face?
No,
Is that
do
something
do
you'll
I
be
have
able
mayonnaise
to?
on my
if
face?
anything,
Or is this actually?
I would enhance that. I would
Okay.
zoom in on that.
Gotcha. All right.
That would actually be
Continue.
something
Didn't mean to interrupt you. Continue,
that would be
Nick.
the goal.
It's Turkey Tom from Jimmy
So,
John's.
did you enjoy Ahsoka?
I did by and large. Now, here's the thing. And I won't go too long on this.
Really?
My blind spot, funny.
This might be our longest segment.
Yeah.
My blind spot of Star Wars is Star Wars Rebels. Never watched the show. Never
Clone
really
Wars?
watched. Never watched a little bit of Clone Wars.
Yeah. There's a lot of filler in there, but there's a lot of good stuff.
So I'm familiar with Ahsoka, a little bit, but for me, this was a real first introduction to all these characters. I knew Thrawn. I think he was good. He kind of had a pot belly that threw me off a little bit. But
he did.
He's been out there for like 10
He
years.
had
He's
put
been
on
up.
he had put on a little bit of weight from his cartoon character.
Yeah.
But I think maybe
I mean,
using
I'm
the
not
name
the Bastion of Hell.
I think I just felt it was a little too formulaic for me. I know, Justin, you could be rolling your eyes and I can't see right now. There's no bigger Star Wars fan than me.
I don't know.
It's subjective, but that's
My twin brother and I play with the Star Wars toys every morning.
when I had my hands,
Every-
when I had my
shout out
Millennium,
Kenner.
when I
That's
had
kids.
my
Nice.
Millennium Falcon, and it was just under a light in my room, and every waking moment I could just spend staring at it. But point is, Ahsoka's enjoyable. We were off the air talking about other Star Wars shows, including Andor, which I prefer.
It's trash.
Sid, I love it.
Could have made me drop my headset. You're out of your mind.
Ahsoka gets
Andor's
a
great.
6.8 on the Lieberman meter as far as shows go. And to put it in perspective, a show like Mr. In Between has an 8.4. So
Okay.
that's where we'll leave it, Justin. I'll turn
I
it
don't
over
wanna-
to you
yeah,
for a
I don't
moment,
wanna- I don't
you
wanna
can
leave this.
you can ponder
Well, wait a
and
minute, but
reflect on
For Star Wars, though,
But I-
Mr. In Between is great, but where would you put Andor?
an 8.1.
Okay, all right. See, I would give it a 7.5.
Well, your scale. I don't know
I
how
have
your
a higher
scale works.
I'm like the Paula Abdul. I know I'm overly positive. You're more the Simon
What's Kenny
Cowell.
Payne get as a coach?
Shut the fuck up. That's
What's
what he
the
meant.
what's the
Justin,
point?
go
What's the
back
point
to your
scale?
go. We're gonna get to basketball momentarily.
Okay.
I'll
But
give
we're
him
gonna
a
get
6 for the first
Okay,
year.
well,
5.5.
I wanna
Before we
actually-
get there, I want Justin just to give his
Outside of
thoughts.
just a rating system, I kind of want to get into a little bit of conversation about the show itself. Like,
Okay.
so obviously you didn't know a lot about Rebels. You didn't know about Ezra. You didn't know about Harrison Dooley, which like she kind of like, did she really need to be in the show? That's fine. She's in there, but I mean, I guess for eye candy a little bit. Yeah, she's fine.
Which one was who?
She's the Twi'lek, the green.
Oh, yeah.
I love the
No,
fact that you used
enjoying
Twi'lek,
her.
and
Oh.
yes,
I enjoyed
and-
General.
Sorry, yeah,
Ford.
I am very.
No,
yeah.
that is impressive. I'm very impressed.
I guess
and yes,
the
her,
pronunciation may
Twi'lek
supposed to be Twi'lek. I don't
Yes,
know. But, okay,
potato,
so you got
potato.
these
she was easy
characters.
on the eyes.
One thing, and she's Ewan McGregor's
She is,
wife.
isn't
yeah.
that something?
Is she really?
She
I
is.
didn't know
Are they
that.
married yet?
Are they married? I
Okay,
think
or maybe dating. Maybe
No, they're
girlfriend.
dating because he left his
Yeah,
wife and they're
he
together,
did.
which is kind of
Yeah, well.
that's fascinating.
That's
Let me
all-
give this a shot here, Justin. Hello there.
That's spot on. That's actually really good.
That was really good.
That was really good.
Strong.
Even McGregor
Covered
right here in the
mayonnaise.
room with us. Okay, so here's my thing. When I come into the show, so obviously you have all the Rebels characters. I will say this, disappointed that you teased Zeb in Mandalorian, but you didn't bring him into this. I understand it's a lot to really kind of like animate him. Zeb is. Did you watch Mandalorian season 3?
I did.
I
You both did. Zeb is the big purple guy who's sitting at the bar.
Yeah, okay.
That kind of guy. You may have seen him. Be like, what the hell is what's this dude? Why are they focusing on him so long?
Well, they referenced him. They referenced that he was training.
Oh, yeah.
The new recruits.
Yeah, I was disappointed though. I just really wanted to see him, and I want to see him, and I hope we get more of it where you get him and Ezra's dynamic again. I want to see that again because I love that in the Rebels. But
how many Rebels are there? Sorry, not to derail you, but like, are there any other?
So when you say Rebels,
of the main like
Rebels is
crew,
the Ghost crew, Ghost Squad or whatever, and there's 6 of them.
Yeah, and a quick synopsis of that. They were the leader, and again, you're going to get what was our Jedi leaders? Kanan Jarrus.
Or Caleb Dune.
Caleb Dune, which was his pseudonym.
That was strong.
You are really impressive. He did not want to join. He just wanted to help out the suppressed throughout the galaxy.
And he wanted to hit on some.
Oh, no. And then
he wanted to smash Syndulla.
And they had a love child. They had a love child and went blind
Jason,
because of Darth Maul.
Yeah, okay. That's his son, yeah.
But yes.
What's with the green hair?
But so.
That's why. Because the green hair is an illusion. It's human and Twi'lek together. Yeah. So he has green hair because his mom. I guess. I don't know how that works. I don't know the Punnett square of how we're going to work out the genealogy.
The genealogy. Enjoy your sandwich over there, Nick. So
you're going to crush the whole thing before.
What happened is,
I skipped breakfast. I was starving.
He did not really want to become a rebel, and then he was almost not forced into it, and then he embraced the fact because he also, was able to train his Padawan.
He took on Ezra.
Ezra.
That's really
Bridger, who I really liked in the live action.
Yeah, I thought there are people who like. People complained about the character or the way he played Ezra. To me, he exactly portrayed what Ezra was in the old show. And they're like, well, he's older now. Yeah, he's older, but you're still who you are personality-wise. Ahsoka was not who she was personality-wise. And they kind of opened her up a little bit at the end where she started being a little bit, but Rosario still is kind of flat as her. That's
she was
only
flat,
issue.
and I don't know if that was intentional, trying to make her more jaded than she, because of what she had seen, because of what she had gone through with failing Sabine.
And they're worried about her becoming
right.
dark side for some reason.
Yeah, and that was always her. Holy smokes. Shit, Nick, we should have got you a second one. But was there, she was always in between the world, in between worlds. And was she, there was part darkness inside of her.
I thought it kind of made...
that sounded pretty.
Yeah,
I think I saw that fan fiction.
You go in the hub. I'm sure you can find it. Okay, so the most important part of the show to me, and I thought those characters were fine. I did want to say about Ezra. Really enjoyed the way the character played. He was fun. He did a good job of playing, and he looks like, if you see him without the beard, he looks dead on like what Ezra should look like.
He did,
which is hard to find.
Not knowing the Rebels cast. I'm just saying. I enjoyed every one of the characters. I thought they were cast pretty well. Like,
there were some leaks out there though that some stuff was supposed to happen with Ezra that I kind of wish they did. We were like, he didn't take his lightsaber back because he was like really in tune with the Force more. And they were saying that he had like almost like I never watched Dragon Ball Z or any of that, but I guess they do like, what's it, Kamea, whatever that stuff is, where they that big thing. He was supposed to do something like that with the Force, and they cut it, I guess. Which would have been kind of cool, but then maybe I'm sure they probably have plans for it down the road because I feel like he's going to be a big Jedi piece moving forward.
We're going to have what we'll do is we have a couple other things to cover. We're going to have another segment on this because I have developed a man crush on your knowledge of Star Wars.
Yeah, seriously, Justin, that was really impressive,
Justin.
Man.
And
I feel like we speak it fluently, but you speak it.
That was fantastic.
We're
going to have to.
Oh, thank you.
We'll do more on this, and that was part of what we wanted.
Can I do one last thing?
You may.
Because this is the most important part and the reason why I want to talk about it. Ray Stevenson as Balin Skull. He's amazing, was he not? Like that. I think that's why I have such a soft spot. Yeah, R.I.P. Ray Stevenson. That wouldn't crush me. The one time I felt like Star Wars had something with a character and an actor, and you bring him in like playing I don't know. I almost want to say gray Jedi, but like
No,
dark
there's
side.
no question he was. He wasn't
Yeah.
dark side
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he was just.
Yeah.
You talk about someone who just felt that him going to that galaxy, it was rinse and repeat.
Yep.
War, victory, war, victory. The Jedi, the Sith. There was an in between that he felt maybe he could course correct, which is what we'll probably do in the show in a minute. Is that he wanted to change the whole cycle of what was going on,
and he just played that character so well because like so many times we've seen Disney Star Wars try to introduce villains and they're like Disney villains, and I'm like, this is so lame.
That's right.
Like he played this character.
I agree.
He's one of my. He's one season, and like you're gonna have to get like the guy who played Lee Schreiber, who played Ray Donovan, to probably take that role or something like that.
See.
But I love this character. I even liked the girl. I thought might be a little weird. I actually liked her too.
She wasn't bad.
There's definitely something to there. When I was drunkenly blowing you guys up, I was like, "Who are these Fugazi Sith mother?" I was like, you were like, Nick, calm down. Yeah. Like they're not Sith, and you're 100% right. Did a total 180. They're one of the best parts of the show.
No,
and
orange
the most
lightsabers as well, so
cool.
to show it wasn't completely on the dark side.
They weren't completely evil, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no,
with Disney Star Wars, they changed it where instead of getting a red crystal, you bleed a crystal. This is me being nerdy again. So like, it's orange.
There's not kyber crystals in there?
They're kyber crystals, but like
yes.
When Anakin Skywalker lost his lightsaber because Obi-Wan took it, he went and got a new lightsaber he stole from a Jedi actually, and that's how he had to get it. This might be EU stuff, so it may not be canon. Actually, no, it is canon because it's in the comic.
Canon now, and you're becoming my best friend.
Thank you. So he took a crystal from another Jedi, and you bleed it. So it's use the dark side of the Force to turn it red.
We'll get on down the post show.
So my guess is they bled it to make it orange, so it's not all the way dark. That's why it's orange instead. It's kind of cool. Anyway, this could be an hour show if we stick on this.
Yeah,
so
sorry.
Let's move it on. But I'm excited to see what the future has. Again, unfortunately, Ray Stevenson won't be a part of it, so that's going to be rough. But we'll see.
I'm sorry I snapped at you earlier. My blood sugar was low, and you brought the Kenny Payne up. 5.5.
You give him a 5.5?
Well,
I'm gonna snap at you, mother. Holy hell!
We're on to
hit the spot though.
It did.
So wait. So what other?
Ahsoka's a 6'8", but
hold on.
Payne's 5'5".
We're on to basketball,
right?
Something that we've teased and talked about, and the powers to be. What are they called? The snippets, the little
shorts, and or reels. If you go on Instagram,
so
Instagram.
What we'll do with the wonderful powers, whether it's dark side or light side of Justin,
you can do some Mace Windu shit, like balance them both, like be purple.
We will have. That's the look of. That's my chokehold look.
That's the dad.
The dad.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
It's a dad backhand.
Oh, shit. It's been a while since I got one of those. Sorry.
What we'll do with the shorts is we have a couple of the games from last year for both Louisville and Kentucky that will show some things why some things worked, why they didn't, especially focusing on what we want to do is initially ball screen coverage and ball screen defense by both teams and how they need to improve for next season. So that's a quick snippet, and we'll put that in shorts. Really want to make it as detailed as possible for everybody out there. And as the season goes on, we'll be able to show that continually. We do have two smoking hot picks.
I was going to say, I mean, that's the latter part of the title, two smoking hot.
And our lines are brought to us by our future sports betting partner.
Yes, thank you guys.
Which is...
There we go. All right, so I got one that I don't want to say anything. I don't want to jinx it because I know the betting gods are fickle. I thank them for their generosity. But your boy won like $1,200 this week on free bets, especially from our sponsor. So shout out to those guys. So I feel like I'm riding a little bit of a heater, but I don't want to go first. I want to defer to you because that seems to be the cool thing to do in football.
Well, the lines that were provided by our really, really good friends and partners. How could you not go with the Baltimore Ravens -4.5? That the Pittsburgh Steelers, which are a team that I would say is constantly loyal to, they are bleeding and they are hemorrhaging, and there is no fixing that boat right now. So take the Ravens -4.5. That is your lock, stock, and 2 smoking hot pick for me.
All right. For me, I'm enjoying these prop bets, guys. And if you want to throw this into like an in-game parlay or something, but I was looking at it, it's paying about 3-1 on our website. Our wonderful sports betting partners. But I'm seeing this at about 3-1. That Nuke scores a touchdown against the Colts. If you listened, 2 of our alums, Jared Stillman joined Andy Sweeney up in Indy on 1070 and basically crushed the Colts. I wouldn't be that bullish on the Titans as a whole, but I do know the Colts secondary is a little banged up and they're the bottom tier of the league. Nuke still has a lot of touchdowns left in him. 3-1, Nuke scores a touchdown.
Nuke?
DeAndre Hopkins, for those of you playing at home.
See, there you go.
So there you go.
We don't usually. Let's go with Justin and throw in a bonus pick.
Whoa,
here.
A bonus bet.
Yeah, we're going to give you a bonus bet.
Hey.
I'm going to go, and to me, see, again, this pick is honestly.
Wait, whoa. Our lines you're getting your bonus pick from the lines at our wonderful sports betting partners.
All right. So I'm going to go with my pick, and my pick's really, honestly, it's just based off of negative things on other teams. And that's what I'm picking. Okay. I'm going with Philadelphia -4 against the Rams. And the reason I'm picking that is just because the Rams lost to the Bengals. Bengals are trash. If you're going to lose to the Bengals this season, I'm fading you.
Wow.
And Philadelphia started season 4-0. I'm going to trust in Philadelphia.
Okay. All right. So we have Ravens
-4.5.
DeAndre Hopkins scores a touchdown.
Philly -4.
There we go. So that's fantastic. So there you go. You have a bonus bet and 2 smoking hot picks on Lock, Stock, and 2 smoking picks. This was our sophomore episode, the fabulous one, Phil Baker, out there doing yeoman's work, trying to get us a sports betting partner. Trying. That's your succeeding.
He's crushing it.
He's crushing it. So that was a lot of fun. We talked some U of L UK football, gave you some picks, talked a whole lot of Star Wars.
Deep dive into Star Wars, which we will do. We'll do pop culture, tons of pop culture, especially with an expert like Justin here. And then, Nikki and I can chime in with our thoughts on orange lightsabers.
So we'll talk about the changing landscape of Halloween next episode, in addition to some football and, of course, Lock, Stock, and 2 smoking hot picks.
Just do me a freaking favor. Smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon to stay notified all of our latest videos and everything else that comes out. We're going to be pumping it out when it comes to ESPN Louisville, everything U of L UK, and all the nonsense we'll have along the way. We'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
Hell's up.